Welcome to Cross Culture New Mexico. I'm your host, Mark Tross. We're continuing today with the rebirth of America, and the topic is what's so great about America? What lies behind an abundance unprecedented in history and freedoms which are the envy of the world? Half the world goes to bed hungry, and half the world lies under communist rule, where freedoms, as Americans know it, simply does not exist. Homemakers in much of the world might never see in a lifetime the quantity of food which the American housewife can choose in just one trip to the supermarket. And this abundance and this freedom, ours merely by chance? Is it wholly due to what Americans like to perceive as U.S. energy and know-how? If God indeed has blessed America, why? The greatness of America's land. Some say the land itself has made America great. One of our most moving patriotic hymns cites the beauty of America, beauty that all who have traveled across the continent surely recognize. Catherine Lee Bates stood atop Pikes Peak and scanned the sweep of the land, then wrote of the purple mountain majesties and the amber waves of green. She concluded that God had shed His grace on this land, a vast unexplored wilderness that in an astonishingly short period grew into a great nation. It would be foolish to deny that the rich natural resources of the land itself have not helped to make America. The oil, the ore, the timber, the water, the soil, and climate, all have combined to nourish a civilization that would even eventually spread from sea to shining sea. Other nations, too, though, have been blessed with fine resources, yet somehow these have not risen to such greatness. The greatness of America's people. Others have said that America's people have made her great. Lyman Abbott once said, "A nation is made great, not by its fruitful acres, but by the men who cultivate them, not by its great forests, but by the men who use them, not by its mines, but by the men who build and run them." America was a great land when Columbus discovered it. Americans have made of it a great nation. And so they have, for they pioneered a continent, subdued the elements that at first worked against them, and molded a society of peoples from all over the world. America's initiative and ingenuity are known across the earth. Other nations have looked on and awed her ability over the decades to produce not only her own needs, but much more. The greatness of America's system. America's free enterprise system and the spirit of her people, it would seem, have combined to deliver a flood of mass-produced goods to the consumer at relatively low costs. At the same time, American economic genius has also helped to produce millions of jobs, from the factories to the professions, which gave Americans the income to buy the goods they produce. The greatness of America's generosity. Thus far, America has escaped the specter of a wide-scale hunger at home, and she has been able to feed at least some of the hungry abroad. Through the decades, she has opened her heart to the poor of the world. She has given generously to every nation, even her enemies, in time of emergency. The greatness of America's freedoms. In spite of certain social ills, the U.S. has passed more social legislation and enacted more laws providing individual liberty than any other nation in history, in world history. Because of her belief in freedom of speech, she has not hidden her scars. They are there for the world to see, while those totalitarian regimes that run a controlled press look on amazed. All of these blessings point back to her foundations and to the providential hand of God. After all, the Purple Mountain majesties and the fruited plains originated with God. America's blessings, despite her ills, call for thanksgiving from all those who enjoy them. The great spiritual heritage that built America unfolded by remarkable design. So also did American democracy, the U.S. Constitution, and along with these, the great freedoms they ensure. No, America did not just happen by chance, as is obvious to a person who truly understands the unfolding saga of events that shape this nation. The pages that follow highlight some of this evidence, not that we should simply look back, but that we should better understand where America is today, how she arrived here, and where she must turn at this critical hour. For as Thomas Jefferson once asked, can the liberties of a nation be secure when we have removed the conviction that these liberties are the gift of God? Thomas Jefferson also said, my God, how little do my countrymen know what precious blessings they are in possession of, and which no other people on earth enjoy. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to contact us online. Visit us at crossculturenm.weebly.com. Email us at crossculturenm@gmail.com. Look for us on LinkedIn, MySpace, follow us on Twitter, and certainly like and share our Facebook pages, Cross Culture NM, Ask the Pastor NM, and my personal page, Mark Tross. God bless.